Stay back. Stay back. Howdy, Desert Boy here. Hey, I'm here today because I went to the range here recently primarily to practice shooting my Ruger 357 LCR, which we can see is unloaded here. And I happen to really like this gun, as I've talked about it before. It's a really good, fine shooting for a snub nose revolver. But anyway, I went to the range, and on my way in there, person asked me to count, hey, do you want any range rentals? And sometimes I'll do that just to kind of check out some guns. I'm like everybody else. I'm not independently wealthy where I can buy every gun in the world. So anyway, I did. I picked out a couple 9mm all steel type frame, slide, and everything, and picked out a couple of CZs, which I have never shot a CZ, although I'm familiar with double action, single action type of guns, because I have Sig Sauers and the Springfield XDEs, which are very similar as far as that action type goes. And anyway, I went in there, and the reason why I bring this up and the reason why I made this video is it is kind of relative to what's upcoming. I'm in the process of picking up a firearm here that's 9mm, and it's going to be all steel. Some of you, I might have hinted at it in some of my posts that I'm might already know which one I'm working on getting, but I thought this would be a good comparison. Shoot that just so I can kind of see why. I've been kind of in my mind going, it's another snubby that I really want. It's actually a J-frame, and I like the 649, possibly the Centennial, mostly like the 642 or the 649, which is the single. It has the ability to do double action, single action, and it's got a shrouded hammer. So I'm really wanting this S&W gun. But anyway, I went in there to practice with this one just to kind of, keep up on my practice. Plus, I actually found some 38 Special Plus P defensive ammo, and I have a separate video on that. But anyway, while I was in there, I said, well, let's just pick that up and let's just compare that and see, why am I thinking about getting this 9mm that's all steel like it is? Because it's heavy. It's probably not as concealable as this, which also has quite a bit of steel in it, but also some composite. And so anyway, so I'm like, why am I doing that? And so you just saw the range footage, and that's why I went ahead and shot those. Was just to remind myself why I'm doing that. And I think you can see from the accuracy, yes, when you have more sight radius, you have a heavy gun that's probably between 35 and 40 ounces, and that's all steel, and it has a not a high capacity, but a standard capacity magazine, probably 15 or more. You start understanding why you're wanting a firearm like that. Not that this one isn't sufficient for self-defense, because it is, and that's why I still want a J-frame snubby, which recently too, I also looked at an SP101 Ruger, which I realized maybe that's really what I need. I'm really needing a small 357 capable revolver. Most J-frames, that's just not really their best round to shoot. You usually got to get the K-frame. So anyway, I shot those guns. I shot the SP01 CZ, and the first shots, and as you saw, I shot it very well, and it has more of a green night sight, so it was really visible for me. For some reason, the Shadow 2, which doesn't look that much different, doesn't really feel that much different in weight, but the guns do feel different. I did not shoot as well. Now, it doesn't mean if I practiced I wouldn't shoot just as well or better, but for some reason I can see why the SP01 is such a popular gun for some people, because for me it just was shot right off the bat. So anyway, after doing it, I said, yep, this is why I'm getting that 9mm, and I don't feel too bad. I've been struggling because I've been like, I could buy probably 2 snubbies, and something else for what I'm paying for this other gun. But that's the reason why you go ahead and you buy a more quality gun. It's got a nice trigger job on it. It's got some nice sights on it, and when I get it, you'll see what it is. So anyway, I went and shot the Ruger, enjoyed it, got a chance to practice my reloads, got a chance to practice shooting some plus P ammo. You still got to go to the range. There's no way to get around it. You got to do it. And even if you're having a hard time finding certain kinds of ammo, you still have to shoot not only your range ammo, but from time to time you got to shoot your defensive ammo. So I know it's hard to do right now, but it's just something that we all need to think about. So anyway, I've rambled enough, but that is why the Ruger was in the video at the end. This is a 2-inch, less than 2-inch barrel at 10 yards. And I hadn't shot it for a little while, but that's the accuracy that you get compared to just picking up a gun you never shot before. That's probably you're going to get some better accuracy with a 4.5-inch barrel and an all steel frame. It's just the whole engineering part of it, really, and your ability to shoot that combined with that, and if it's right for you. So remember, these are just my opinions and thoughts. You always want to follow all your federal, state, and local firearms laws and everything, permits, training, and all that. But that's what worked for me, and that's why I'm going to go ahead and get the other gun. And I'm still going to look for the right snubby for me to supplement this guy here. So anyway, thanks for listening. Sorry that I rambled on. As Desert Boy always says, be safe out there, whatever you're doing. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye now.